And we're live, baby. Best Ball Barbecue day number. I didn't remember what day it was yesterday. I don't remember what day it is today. We're going to say 16. I'll go back and look, and we'll figure out the exact date for tomorrow. But we're back with Best Ball Guy today, obviously. Who else will be streaming with? Now, I have two more guests. I have a guest tomorrow. I have a guest on Friday that is not Bindles or Best Ball Guy. So if you just tune in for Best Ball Guy, then you came to the don't tune into the stream.
I'm just the fill-in. I'm not these big guys. So
shut up. Best Ball Guy's blowing up. I might just have to take his channel name out of the description the way he's blowing up. But all right, we are going to hop into Puppy Streets today. We did a Best Ball Mini yesterday, so we're gonna do some Puppy today. We could honestly do the weekly winners or the whatever, because like I said, we do have some schedule leaks. We'll talk about that in a second. But before we do any of that,
we got to hit the intro.
Everything to start in. Let's go out. Cut it loose for Scotty
Here we go. We are back, and a lot of new contests today that Underdog dropped. I haven't seen. Are you getting a little scared? Because tomorrow
I'm getting a little scared. Where's the Pomeranian, Underdog? We were told May 15th, so this thing better be dropping tonight, because we got a big day ahead of us. For those who don't know, I will be max entering the entire Pomeranian live on stream. I think we're going to start at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Well, they must have thought the Chihuahua was going to fill by now. That's the only guess I would have is why they haven't dropped it yet. Maybe they're just waiting for the Chihuahua to fill, which is at, let's see, 83%. So, but they dropped everything but the Chihuahua, right? They dropped everything else?
No, it's supposed to be 3 of them. It's supposed to be the Mastiff.
The Mastiff.
Was it weekly winners?
It was
the other
winners,
one?
yeah.
Okay, so they have dropped weekly winners.
Yeah, so everything else is out. So they must be waiting for the Chihuahua to fill before they drop the Pomeranian. But obviously, big news coming out today. We should just talk about it before we actually hop into a draft. But the weekly winners contest, they dropped it for weeks 1 through 7 this morning, and then the community just was not a fan. And then Underdog is the people's platform, and they literally pulled the entire contest because people disliked it so much and dropped it like for the season long. So it's weeks 1 through 17 rather than just weeks 1 through 7. So just unbelievable awareness, and just kind of like it's like almost like the take clock for Underdog. We're like, they literally were like, okay, we see that people didn't want this, so we'll correct it right away. So that's pretty cool that a platform would do that. I don't know that like a platform would just like admit a mistake they made that fast. Like, it's actually crazy. So props to them.
Right. No, that's dude, that's why we love Underdog, man. Not only is it the most beautiful platform to look at, I mean, you look at these colors and how vibrant it is compared to looking at a spreadsheet when you're drafting on other websites. But yeah, they make smart decisions like that to keep us happy.
Exactly. But all right, you cool with the puppy? Let's just do the puppy, probably.
Absolutely. Let's do I don't know if you're doing more puppies or whatever, but I will be in the Best Ball Mania streets once the schedule fully drops. And I know a lot of it's been leaked already. I have been gone all day. I'm completely in the dark of who's playing week 17. I listened to the Swolecast, and I think they were mentioning some So is Christmas games week 17, or is that week 16?
Week 17. Christmas games are week 17.
Okay. So the Chiefs are playing the Steelers.
Correct. And I'll just pull this up. So we're waiting on 8 people to hop in here. So if you want to come in and draft with us / against us, we're in the puppy contest. But let me pull this up real quick because I think it's really interesting to look at. I just linked it in the chat. It's not like I'm leaking anything important but this is the spreadsheet. It's kind of hard to look at here, but some of the, I don't know if it's as easy for you guys on your screen as it looks weird on mine because I'm in StreamYard, but almost all these week 17 games right here are already filled. So we have Seattle at Chicago. So not great for Seattle, really. Like, at Chicago is probably not like the best week 17 like outdoor stadium, But San Fran's this is an interesting game. San Fran and Detroit. It's in San Francisco. So that's a really interesting one. We have LA at the Rams. That's a fun one. Where probably two high scoring offenses.
Chargers, Rams.
No, Arizona and Rams.
Okay, you said LA at the Rams.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Arizona.
Cool. Okay, I've definitely got some of those with how I've been doing the divisional correlation. See, this is why the divisional correlation pre-draft pays off, because you're going to get at least a couple right. So
100%.
That's awesome.
And then we got another Division 1, Tampa Bay at home against Carolina. Yep, Tampa Bay at home against Carolina. Then we have New Orleans at home against Las Vegas. Atlanta.
Jets at Buffalo.
Jets at Buffalo. Not a great Week 17 game.
Not a great, but I've got it with the divisional correlations. I guarantee you.
Bindo's in here saying,
yes, I still have the work clothes on. Actually did an interview today, so we are in very formal clothes.
Oh, look at that! Look at you.
Yeah.
No other notable games though. Indy is at home against Baltimore. So that's it's Houston at home against Baltimore. Excuse me. That's the Christmas Day game. So an indoor.
Oh my God. Indoor Ravens Houston game. Wow.
Yeah. We also have the 101 in our draft. We should probably toggle back over to that, but we'll break down more of these. I just wanted to show you guys the screen. If you want to see all of these, this whole spreadsheet, I linked it in the live chat, so you can go look at it at your own leisure.
That was crazy. So I can't just Google NFL schedule yet, and it comes up.
No, it's technically dropping in like an hour. I think is like when it technically drops. But these guys have been or girls have been leaking the entire thing all day. So props to them. And it's also too just like it's the easiest place in my opinion just to look at the schedule, because it has the way it's kind of formatted. You can just look at every team for week 16, week 17. So it's kind of just like a cheat code of like normally if you look at a schedule, you have to look at it by team. It's not going to show you the entire thing. So the spreadsheet's really nice. But I assume we're just going to go Christian McCaffrey here. You cool with that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Sounds good. And then we got Godzilla in here at the 102. We got Anthony at the 105.
Sweet.
Vape here at the 110. So we got some
nice vapes in here. Let's go.
Yeah, so we got the boys in here. So Puka. Godzilla going Puka.
Oh my God! Wait, who are the Rams play? They're playing the Cardinals. So here comes Puka. Who's even the bring back? McBride here.
Yeah,
like you can just do this on the other side of the board pretty easily.
So this is interesting because the Puka, because last year was the CD Amon-Ra stack at the 1-2 turn. Mm-hmm. This year it's probably going to be that.
Puka Marvin Harrison.
So that's going to be really interesting. That's going to be like the one that people are targeting it's probably really easy to get at that 1-2 turn. So that'll be really interesting to kind of see how that plays out through the summer. Let's look at some other games here. Jacksonville.
I could imagine it's going to be like Gibbs, Debo will go on the turn probably at the back half of drafts, and then it'll probably be like Amon-Ra, Ayuk as much as possible, or like it'll be Gibbs, Ayuk. It'll be a swap of like those combinations will be super popular.
Yep. Jacksonville doesn't have their Week 17 game in yet, which is unfortunate because I like.
Well, who are the teams left?
So the teams left to leak, it's Jacksonville, Tennessee. So that could definitely be Week 17.
Yeah, divisional. Okay, nice.
But the Patriots still have not been leaked, and the Chargers have not been leaked yet.
Okay, I heard it was Titans Chargers.
Okay, well that would be awesome.
That on the Swolecast at least. I don't know how credible. That's a very not credible podcast. They're kind of just messing around, but they did say that. So
okay, well that would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, then it would be Jacksonville, New England. I hope that game is in Jacksonville, though. If it's in Jacksonville, I would be a lot more happy about that. We have Dallas at Philly for Week 17. We have
my God,
the Giants at home versus Indianapolis.
Let's see. Interesting. So, what are the dome games? Who's got with the Falcons, the Bucks?
Falcons are on the road.
Oh, okay. The Bucks aren't in a dome, right? They're just warm weather.
So the dome games are. Let me get this. Okay, so we got the Arizona game is a dome game. Arizona, LA. We have Vegas, New Orleans is a dome game. Minnesota, Green Bay again this year. So that's in Minnesota. So that's
nice.
So that's good. So that was the one last year too. It was Green Bay, Minnesota.
That's a good game to stack.
We have another dome game. Let's see here. We already said Las Vegas. That might be. Oh, then the Houston, Baltimore one in the dome.
Right. Okay.
Cleveland, Miami is not great. It's
Brees at the 110. Good job, Vapor.
Oh, look at that.
I don't know why I'm never giving that, but when I initially, because also on the Swolecast, they did confirm Lions Niners, so I did know that. that one was kind of interesting to think through because I think people think that's just an automatic smash of a game. And to some extent it is because we know we're either is it at the Niners or is it at
Niners.
Okay. So we get good weather in California, obviously. Right.
Yep.
So that'll be, I mean, it could be raining, but whatever. Don't have to worry about that too much. But I do want to say that the Lions basically spent almost all their rookie draft capital on their corners and their safeties, and they got some really good names back there. And that was the weak spot for them last year. That's also the weak spot of the Niners. And they also took a safety in a corner or a DB, if I'm not mistaken. So I think both those teams are trying to patch up their weak spots at defenses. So maybe those could act, because we already know that those defensive lines are pretty beast on both those teams. So that might actually be more of a defensive game than we're imagining at the moment. But also with offenses this good, you know, that tends to win out. But
yeah,
I just wanted to think through that a little bit.
Just thinking it through it too from a draft perspective, the Amon-Ra drafters are going to have a really easy time stacking up Debo or Ayuk in that second round.
Yeah, maybe, but at the same time, when people see the Lions defense, like Debo and Ayuk are now going to get pulled up to the beginning of the second round, so that could actually be kind of tough. We'll see how that pans out.
Yeah.
All right, this is perfect. Obviously, when you start with CMC, all you get to look at is wide receivers coming back. So,
yep. I mean, we would love to get.
Is there a divisional thing here at all? Who do the Raiders play again? That was a dome game.
Vegas plays New Orleans.
No Olave.
Devontae goes, and no Olave either. So Tampa Bay plays Carolina. So I mean, that's easy to get in the right. I think Tampa Bay plays Carolina.
That's so awesome. Mike Evans always destroys.
We also love that Houston. We love that Houston game too. What do you think? Here?
Yeah, go Diggs, then Lamar, and then Mark Andrews on the way back. No, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I don't mind Diggs. I think go for it.
Let's go Diggs.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And then
all these guys, at the end of the day, when you're building a portfolio, you want all of them. I don't really have a strong take.
The Laporta is the week 17 thing with McCaffrey too. Is Laporta just going to be a 1-2 turn pick now because of week 17?
He might be. He might be.
All right, you pick a player and then we'll draft it because I don't really care anyone in this range.
Yeah. So let's go. I'm gonna switch up on you. Go DJ Moore.
Boom. All right, let's do it. I like DJ Moore.
Yeah, I do too. One take that it's funny how I have a take and then I talk myself off of it after a while and now I go back to it. But the whole thing with Mike Evans was, okay, 2 years ago, he's a 2-3 turn pick because he scores 13 touchdowns. The following year, he scores 6 touchdowns. We drop him down to the 5-6 turn. He scores 12 touchdowns again. We bring him back up to the 2-3. So we're basing his entire value on the most variant factor in fantasy football. That's not to say that he won't do it again, but I'm just saying you are paying the Mike Evans premium based on his season last year. And I was saying this in the big board too. Yeah. So, he definitely has a place, and especially if they're playing Carolina. Like 2 years ago, Mike Evans, even though he had that bad season, he only scored the 6 touchdowns. I think he had 3 of them in week 17. He put up 50 points in that game. So, yeah. Anyways, no, I've been coming around to DJ Moore, man. I'm like, he's so explosive, right? We saw the 40-point weeks with Fields last season. I have to assume that Caleb can throw him a bomb ball, right? Like this guy can throw deep. He loves to look deep. That's usually his first read is the furthest pass he can complete. Actually works his way backwards. I remember the scouts talking about that. So yeah, I like DJ Moore in a best ball format, especially, even if he is kind of like a variant receiver with all the competition on his team.
Yeah. I'm just looking at the week 16 stuff now too. Not going to go through all the week 16 matchups, but just looking at the notable ones, like who has 2 really good, like week 16 matchup, week 17.
Yes.
And San Francisco's one at Miami, then at home versus Detroit. So that's awesome. A really good one for the Niners.
Let's go.
Who are the other good ones? We had Vegas is at home against Jacksonville, then at New Orleans. So that's kind of good for Vegas.
Yep.
Again, we don't
Jacksonville again, another team that invested heavily in defense in the draft.
Yeah.
Besides Brian Thomas, they took I think they got a bunch of like edge rushers, and I don't know. Obviously, that might not pan out, but
Houston at KC at home versus Baltimore, week 16, week 17.
Oh God, you gotta love the Diggs pick.
Yep.
Dude, I can't wait. This is like finally, we've been literally stalling And now we get to have some fun, baby. This is how you're going to build winning teams.
Yep.
In these contests.
Yep. Oh man, this is just fun looking at all the matchups and everything. Your Jets are at home versus the Rams week 16.
Okay. I like that game. You know, I mean, the Jets, when you say their name out loud and you think about them, you just think about how shit they are. But if Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, even if Aaron Rodgers is 80% of Aaron Rodgers, our offense is going to look so much better that I think people are going to be surprised by that. I think we give the Rams a run for their money in that game, honestly.
Pittsburgh doesn't feel. Pittsburgh is one of those ones where it feels bad for them. Like they play KC week 17, but like KC, their defense is even like 80% of what it was last year.
Yeah,
not great for Pittsburgh. And then in week 16, they play at Baltimore.
Oh God,
so not good for Pittsburgh. Like that's one of the. I think it's a big loser for like the week 16, week 17 schedule.
Well, it makes me like their wide receivers. Maybe a little bit because they're gonna have to try to score points against those two teams.
Yeah, but I just think it's two really good defenses though.
Of course, but they're not just going to go down running the ball if they're down 17, right? They're going to at least maybe try to get the ball to Pickens or something through the air. So
I wouldn't put it past Arthur Smith.
I know, right? That's also what I'm thinking. I'm like, this dude doesn't care about being down 17 and running the ball.
Let's see. We didn't talk about Denver. Denver's
Tank Dell with his good matchup has not gone off the board. Tank Dell has to be such a big riser.
Yeah, I love Tank Dell. Yeah. Denver's at the Chargers, then at Cincinnati. So Cincinnati is Denver week 17. Or they're at home versus Denver week 17, and then they're at home versus Cleveland in week 16 is Cincinnati.
Okay. I'm trying to think of another. Who's a team I grab a lot? What were the Saints week 16, 17?
Saints are at Green Bay week 16, at home versus Vegas week 17.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. All those Olave shares and Derek Carr and dude, I've been stacking up the Saints so heavily. I actually love that. That's great. Okay, and who's like a shit team? The Panthers. Who the Panthers play week 16, 17?
Panthers, their week 16 game isn't out yet.
Okay.
But the only other NFC teams week 16, again, it could be an AFC team, but the only other team in the NFC whose week 16 game has not been released yet is Arizona. So you'd think it'd be Carolina, Arizona. Okay. And then they're at Tampa Bay week 17. So that's a warm weather game.
And Tampa Bay's line got a little bit worse, if I remember. Or no, they did just sign that dude to one of the biggest contracts on the line, actually. Also, I don't know. I'll have to. Yeah. Sorry,
Tampa Bay, Carolina was the week 17 game winning stack for Pat Kerrane and his BBM with the
right, and that's what I was saying. He didn't even have Mike Evans. Mike Evans had 50 freaking points. It's the only game all season he had like over like 12 points, and it was weeks. And then Pat didn't even have it. We had Godwin, who also had a great game. So
yeah, crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, we can show it the schedule talk now, but I just kind of wanted to break it down a little bit because I think it's it's fun, it's exciting. We're getting some leaks, we're getting some games, and it's just fun to talk about. So
absolutely. I mean, what are the tight ends doing here? People really don't like the elite tight ends, I guess. I don't know. I got some, dude, this tight ends here are scaring me. Okay. Kelsey goes. So I'm not going to say, well, who's this on the board? He's watching, right?
Yeah. Godzilla. Yeah. Godzilla's in our chat.
Godzilla. I mean, I don't know if he's going to take our guy here. I guess I'll just say it. I'll give him 8 seconds and I'll say it. All right. Yeah. I want Mark Andrews with the bring back on Houston because I want an elite tight end for one. And then I also want the bring back with the second pick. You can go anywhere you want, brother. I'm fine with going to second elite running back in either Pacheco or Cook. I'm fine with going Keenan Allen, double stack the Bears. Christian Kirk is a safe pick.
I was going to say, did you want to go Stroud and get the quarterback?
Oh, yeah. I don't mind that.
Okay, definitely. Cool. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Sounds good. Like we said, Houston against K. I think KC's offense is going to be better this year, which could be better for just potential shootout games. Yeah. So I think we just said it. Houston has the at KC at home versus Baltimore. Like that's a great. I
like that narrative. Yeah. Stroud's the guy you need for week 16, 17. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
I
there
do
we
think
go.
in general, maybe a little bit overpriced. Like how many passing touchdowns did Stroud even throw last year?
Stroud
Like 24 or
dude,
something?
Stroud wasn't as good as people are
Right.
remember he was last year. I think he only had like 2 top 5. He was QB 13 last year, and
Right.
he was
And
like a top 5 QB.
Yeah, and that's why he does kind of concern me just as an in general pick in the 5th round.
Yeah.
Because he is just a pocket passer, but that's not to say we can't get upside at the quarterback position. Like, I think a fun one to pair with Stroud would be like a Jaden Daniels or something, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you just advance Stroud and then you get him into those KC Baltimore games and let him shine. Not that he can't have a great season regardless, but in the 5th, like for fantasy purposes, in a vacuum, I think Richardson scores more points than Stroud this year.
I agree. I think I agree. But it's just the stacking thing, right? Too. It's like
exactly. We're just trying to, when we flip over the poker hand in week 16, we're looking at it and we see that we have Stroud. We are somehow advanced a Diggs Stroud team, and they're playing the Chiefs. It is like a chef's kiss. It is going to look so good. But I think it will be a harder team to advance based on what you're giving up right there, not taking, an Isaiah Pacheco or some awesome running back or yeah.
mm-hmm.
I guess there wasn't much. I was kind of interested in Pacheco because he did correlate with Houston as well for week 16.
Yep. And yeah, Stroud had 2 nuclear games last year. He had 41 fantasy points against Tampa Bay in week 9, and then he had
that game.
30 against Jacksonville in week 12. He also did miss 2 games. He missed the Jets game too. So he pretty much missed 3 games, which is why his overall finish isn't as high, but he's still only QB 11 average points per game because Flacco was up there, Kirk was up there as well. So, but like Sam Howell finished with more points than CJ Stroud last year on the entire season.
Well, this is why I keep telling people, man, I love drafting these late quarterbacks because it doesn't take much for you to like get up near these guys who you take super early. But I get it. Like Godzilla said in here, they add Diggs. He's in quarterback 2nd year, you tend to see a huge jump. So yeah, dude, I'm not saying it's not possible. Stroud could literally be the MVP this year and finishes the QB1. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. But
yeah, it's. I wish we just got a little bit more rushing from Stroud too. It's like he has the tools to do it, he just doesn't do it, which is like it's fair. He doesn't want to get hurt.
Doesn't need to.
Exactly, especially more so this year. He's not going to have to, right? I think people were excited because like in that Georgia game, in the the semifinal for the college football playoff, like he ran all over the place because he had to, and he actually kind of showed some nice traits, running the ball and making people miss in space, and then. But he's just like it's not what he wants to do, but he can do it. So, but like with the weapons, when you have Dell, Nico, Diggs, and Schultz to a degree, it's like, why would you run it all? Like I would shocked if he had over 200 rushing yards this season.
Yeah, Mixon will catch passes too. I think he catches passes better than Singletary. So it'll be good. It'll be good. The Texans. How many games do you think they win this year? You think they blow out that division and win like 11 games?
I wonder what the odds are for the Texans got to be favored, right? I don't see how they wouldn't. Yeah. I wonder what the Jags are. I might have to place a bet on the Jags now that I'm going to look at it right now.
And they also have the Texans have a sneaky good defense too, which also kind of suppresses Stroud in a way because they don't need him to throw for 300 yards every game.
Yeah, I don't like drafting Stroud. Like, I'm not targeting Houston as like an offense I need to have, but like you don't want to have no Houston, right?
Well, the schedule just came out. We're having some fun,
Exactly.
I mean, $5, it's a puppy.
Yeah, I'm just saying from like a more just like a bigger picture type of view. Like Houston, Stroud's, and I don't have a lot of Stroud right now. I'd be shocked if it was
like. Do you play any redraft leagues, Tyler? Like home leagues? Yeah, exactly. Like so, Stroud's going to still be going in the 5th round or 6th round of your home leagues. I play those too still. I'm not taking Stroud. No way. Yeah, like I would much rather wait, plenty of rounds and maybe my last pick of the draft, I go Jared Goff or Tua or something. Because
interesting. So the Texans are -110 to win the division. Jags are +220, Indies +275, Titans +800.
Wow. I would take the Colts, honestly.
You like the Colts?
I think they can put it together with Shane Steichen, man. That guy's a winner.
I like the Jags. Basically,
I know
like every Jags player. Evan Ingram, ETN, Christian Kirk. Just that's
I
all
like
kind of
them.
the
Yeah, I like their
playing.
players. I just from an organization, I feel like they kind of choke sometimes. But
Yeah. All right, who we thinking here?
Speaking of Jags, you know, I mean, do you want to click on wide receiver? I mean, Aaron Jones is super interesting to me.
Yeah.
I mean, like just in general, but
I don't draft a lot of Brian Thomas. You want to go with Brian Thomas?
I don't think he fits this team well, just simply because we don't have like any like
Yeah,
stable receivers yet. Like Godwin seems like a better pick to me. Like I'd almost be
You
can go Godwin and Brian Thomas, or that's I don't know about JSN and Brian Thomas. Maybe
I like Godwin.
Get someone who's playing, who's 1,000-yard receiver. Now we can take a swing because we have our starting 3. That's when I would go like Brian Thomas, JSN. Obviously, we could take a Brian Thomas first, but
well, David Montgomery also week 17 against the Niners. We could have both the running backs, but I don't know about that. I was just saying, dude, this should just be the week 17 game stack before.
We can. Let's try to get used to it. That's fine. That's fine. We can also. I mean, there's also a bunch of back stacking we can do. Like the Bucks are playing Carolina, so that's cool. We can definitely try to get some Panthers on this team.
Let's just correlate every player on this roster.
We got to get Leggett too. We got to hear the drop. You know.
Yep. I'll cue it up. Turn the background music on. Yeah. Now I'm interested in some of these. Cowboys are oh my God, Cowboys are plus 105 to win their division. Eagles are also plus 105. So that's like 50-50 between the two of them.
Wow.
Interesting.
I think I'd take the Eagles.
KC's minus 275. That makes sense.
Easy, yeah.
Ravens plus 105. Bengals plus 140.
Wait, so they think the Bengals have a better chance? Is that what that's?
No. Ravens are plus 105, so the Ravens have the best chance, and the Bengals close by though. Your NFC or AFC East division, Bills. This was like really close between 3 teams. Bills plus 135, Dolphins plus 160, Jets plus 200.
Yeah, that's right, baby. Jets are coming. Yeah, that division's so tricky, man. It got good out of nowhere. Like no one in that division was good, and then they accept the Patriots, and now we're all kind of good. I was like, come on, man.
Except the Patriots.
Yeah, except the Patriots. It's just a total flip.
Let's break down some of the teams from the boys in the chat here. Let's start with Vape. Vape's going Brees, Ayuk, Josh Allen, T. Higgins, Terry McLaurin,
week 17.
Keon Coleman. So we got
the Jets versus the Bills week 17 with Josh Allen and Keon Coleman. There you go. Nice.
Yep. And then we got Anthony at the 105 here. Got Jamar, Nico, Derrick Henry, Mahomes, Xavier Worthy, Kittle, and Joe Burrow. So a little double elite quarterback out of Anthony there with Mahomes and Burrow, but stack both of them up. So there you go. And then you got the Derrick Henry, Nico week 17. So that's a fun. And then
it's Derrick Henry versus the Texans again. We're doing the same thesis, even though it's a different team. Dude, that's crazy. How has Davis Maddock not tweeted about this yet? I'll at him right now. This might be my biggest tweet.
And then the last one we got Godzilla, Puka, Devontae, Mike Evans, Rashad White, Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, and Brian Thomas. He goes 3 Jags in a row from Christian Kirk, Evan Ingram, and Brian Thomas. Love that.
Nice. Let's take Lawrence with our next pick. Derrick Henry's name. How do you spell Derrick? He spells Derrick a little differently.
It's Derrick.
Okay, that's what I thought.
When you do like I wrote like a ton of articles last year, I feel like I know how to like spell. Like some people have some weird one where it's like I always mix up Javante and Devontae because Devontae has an A at the end of his name, but Javante doesn't. Like a T-A-E for Devontae. And then Javante doesn't have an A with the T and the E. Whatever, I don't know. It's just something I think about because I'm weird like that. Hit him with the goodies in here. Okay. Can we talk about this? Did you see my tweet about an hour ago of hit him with the goodies exposures?
No, but I'm scared. Real quick, I just posted at Davis Maddock that Derrick Henry plays Texans week 17 again. So please just go on the comment of that tweet and just at Davis Maddock. If we get like 10 people do it, I bet he'll look at it. No, what can I see them somewhere? Are they on Twitter or
You're on Twitter. I reply if you go to my account or go to his account. I reply to it and I said,
Check it out.
"You think you are a player take drafter? Not more than my boy hit him with the gritty 18." For those who aren't on the Twitter, I'll read them out real quick. His most owned players. Let's go quarterbacks. Josh Allen 53%, Richardson 40%, Lamar 40%, Hurts 30%. But then you get to the running backs. Najee Harris 86%, Ramondre Stevenson 84%. This is through 50 BBM drafts, by the way. This is
he's got all the rushing quarterbacks. That's pretty cool.
And then the receivers. If Claypool was not at the top of that list, I don't know if it would have been a
Najee versus the Chiefs, bro. Week 17 feels bad.
There we go. Yeah, Vape said it. 90% Claypool, 80% Tolbert. He's got 78% Claypool, 73% Bateman, 67% Devontae Walker, 59% Marvin Mims, QJ, Jalen Tolbert, those guys. And then tight end, 63% Fryermuth, 46% Njoku, 30% Henry. And then, but yeah, you can go look at that. Hit him with the gritty.
I just looked at him on my phone. It's scary, right? Like if he's right, then we all lose. Like,
yeah, literally right. But if he's wrong,
a small percentage chance of him being right. But we're all. I mean, no one's gonna win in the end, probably. So
yeah,
live your life, man.
And if he's wrong, then he just
Hit him with the gritty. He's the quintessential. This guy's either winning $1 million or he's getting $0 back. Like at least if I max enter BBM for $3,700 or whatever, like I'm at least gonna get like $2,000 back.
Okay, dude. 8th, 9th round Claypool or Rashee Rice. Like, are we in on that?
Fuck yeah,
dude. Like,
who says no?
I don't think I've ever.
And they play the Texans. It's perfect.
Wait,
let's
can we
go?
Can we go someone else? Because I want to get Rashee in the 9th round. But so this would be the 8th round.
Okay.
Give me another player real quick.
Zach Moss or Benson, because we already have. Yeah, Benson. Benson's more upside.
Okay. I just want to say we got 9th round Rashee Rice. So okay, there we go. Love it. Oh my god, dude! I've never seen Rashee go in the 9th round.
Dude, Chase Claypool.
Have you watched the video on my channel where it's the first night we met him with the gritty?
You've met him?
No, like the first night we drafted with him.
With the Najee Harris thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I saw like the very end of it. I didn't know. I missed the context of what was going on.
It's like there's 2 actual YouTube videos on my channel, and the first one, my favorite one, is this was when I had we'd average like 3 viewers like a stream. Like this was like the very, very beginning, and we were just drafted a random night, and I was whatever, and I had no idea who hit him with the gritty was. No clue who it was, but I was just drafting, and I just see this guy, 3 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends, 2 running backs, and a receiver in like the 6th, 7th round. And I was like, oh my god, what's going on here? And then I was like, if this dude takes Najee Harris from me, like this guy's donating, because he only had 1 wide receiver for like 6 rounds, and he takes Najee Harris 2 picks ahead of me. And Najee Harris is actually his most owned player right now, so I just thought that was funny too. But
wow,
here we go. Vape says, if you look in the dictionary for the word insanity, there's a picture of
okay,
him.
Neil says, will it take odds you don't get 2K back? I didn't know if that was a personal attack on based on the content I'm putting out and the people I actually draft, or if you just it's probably correct. I don't know what the typical what is it? If you do normal drafts and you're around 8% exposure, you're expected to get 25% of the teams through. I don't know the math on that. So it's probably about 25% of your 3,700. Yeah, you're probably looking at like $900 something, or $800.
Hit him is in Minnesota tonight. Sleep with one eye open, Tyler.
Dude.
This is funny too. It's funny. You know why we stream so much, Eric? It's because Vape
of Tinder.
Because of Vape Tinder. Vaporware Tinder.
Yeah, Vape Tinder. Yeah. No, I love Vape. I haven't seen Vaporware in my chat in a minute, but. I miss you, Vaporware. Come on back, buddy. No, dude, I love Vaporware. I didn't know how any of this stuff would go. I thought I'd be streaming by myself for the entire off season with no one in my chat. Well, I just talked to my computer alone in my room.
Yeah, dude, so did I.
For 5 months. So just the fact that anyone's in here listening to me and I get to talk to other people now on stream. Also, hit me up on Twitter, guys. If any of you guys want to come on my channel and do a draft with me, I would love to have anyone who kind of at least knows somewhat what, like, hit him with a greed, dude. I would love to have you on my channel, bro. Straight up. I would love to have you on. I will take Chase Claypool. I'll do whatever you want. Come on my channel. I need to hear you say why you're doing all this.
There we go. I would watch that stream 100%.
You can come on too.
Yeah.
Now that I'm paying for premium, I can have 12 people at once. So
we should just do. I think I can do that too. So we should just do one where it's just like everyone, like the usual suspects. You know, we get Vape in here, we get Hit 'em with the Gritty in here, we get Anthony in here, Godzilla. So I want to forget anybody. Jason, like the other guys that are in the BBQ Boys chat, also too. Whoever else is usually in your chat, that'd be so fun if we just had everyone. Like, I don't know how you do it on the screen, just 12, like a big.
Or we do a 12-person private sit and go, and then you can really see who can take it down. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I have a couple bets with some people in the chat. Like early on, we were doing bets. Like there was one. I think the draft that in that video I said with Hit 'em Agree. I said if you advance out of this pod over me with this team, I will pay a BBM entry for you for BBM 6. So I do have a couple bets like that. I think I have a bet with Vaporware and like Godzilla from like a stream that was like a week later than that. So I have a couple, and I have some 1v1s where I think I have some bets. I don't even remember what I bet, so I'll have to go back. I'm sure they remember, so I'll have to go back and look. But I do have some wagers with some people in the chat.
Anthony saying that'd be a good idea, dude. I would love to set up a private sit and go. We'll set that up sometime. I think we do a Friday night, like have a couple beers and do it. That'd be super fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. There we go.
All right. On the clock here, I am definitely into. I mean, I know you like Tajay Spears. I don't mind him if you want to do that. Oh, we have 2 picks.
I like Shaheed or Myers for sure. I don't know how you feel about that.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, I'm Shaheed over Myers. So or both. Yeah, that's fine. Do you feel good enough at running back? Yeah, I do too.
So let's just go both.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Let's do it.
And this is a week 17 game stack. New
Orleans.
Let's just do it. There we go.
I love it. This team is full. Who the Bears play week 17?
Atlanta.
All right, get Algier.
Yeah, we can get Mooney. Yeah, Mooney, dude. Okay, so I want to talk about this on stream today, but I think I spent no less than the 3 hours just watching Falcons interviews today. Like Bustin' with the Boys interviewed Raheem Morris, they interviewed Bijan, they interviewed Kirk, and then I watched the Atlanta interviews they put out, just like the Atlanta media interviewing London and Pitts, and they interviewed Darnell Mooney. I don't know if you knew this. Maybe it's just in on my Atlanta Twitter feed. I don't know. It's probably not like a national thing, but Kirk set up a trip. It was him, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and Darnell Mooney. They went down to Florida to hang out with John Gruden to just watch film. I think they watched like film with about like Art Monk. Like they watched like Art Monk film or something like that. It's weird, but like they just all went on this trip, and I guess it was like a really fun trip too because they did some. I think they were like John Gruden was like, okay, you guys should talk about like what do you absolutely hate the most. Like, what's your biggest pet peeve on the football field? Like Mooney was like, we just talked about things you don't normally talk about, like what ticks you off, like what. Like Mooney's thing was, I hate when the quarterbacks check it down on 7v7. I hate it. I can't stand it, or something like that. Just throw the ball up to me, or something like. It was just something weird like that. But like, it sounded like it. I don't know. And like, I think he said other thing that I got from that, like Kirk said he quote loved throwing the bench route to Darnell Mooney, which like means probably nothing at this stage of the game, but like I'm just like so convinced Mooney, like even more than I was yesterday. I just don't understand. I don't see how Atlanta doesn't throw the shit out of the ball, and how their wide receiver 2 doesn't at least return value at what round is Mooney going in? Like,
no, I know. I feel bad that we're even talking about it because this is not going to last long.
Yeah, wide receiver.
Just grab your Mooney while you can, man.
Wide receiver 68, ADP of 1.
He's going. Yeah, dude. I was trying to talk about this too because I think it was like 3 streams ago. I was trying to name guys that are just like definite risers at the wide receiver position. And like I came up with 4. One of them I'm iffy on because it's pretty gross. A lot of people will probably disagree with me, but actually I'll give you 5. It's both the first round picks, Leggett and Pearsall, are coming up because people are going to get bored and they're just going to go, all right, this is a contest I'm probably not going to win anyway. So I just want a guy who has first round talent according to an NFL team. The other one was obviously Darnell Mooney, dude. It's Kirk Cousins, freaking wide receiver 2. Like it's a no-brainer. The other one was Josh Palmer and or Johnson. Like one of the Chargers guys has to come up. Like McConkey went up way too fast, way too far. Now that I'm rethinking it, I think one of the secondary guys, because we don't even know if McConkey's the guy. You guys see him in the mushroom helmet? You guys see the clip of him in the mushroom helmet? He looked like a toddler about to fall over. His head was too big.
Oh, look, that goes to vaporware, you son of a bitch.
I know. I was like, when we were right after we took Rashid and Jacoby, I was like, damn it, we need to get there. I forgot. And then the one that people are probably not going to agree with, I think, is Jerry Jeudy. But they just paid him so much that he's out there in two wide receiver sets. And if the Browns, it's like betting on the Jets, right? Like, no, everyone just thinks it's gross. But the Browns, if they put together a competent offense and Deshaun Watson stays healthy, I mean, he still didn't look great last year, but fantasy-wise was still averaging 19 points a game last season. So I think Jeudy comes up because Brandon Cooks was another one. I'm just looking at guys down here that are wide receiver 2 on teams that aren't like basement offenses in the league, right? Like, yeah, that's kind of all it was. I think they all just come up a little bit. But what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was going to answer Crypto Grady's question. He said, did they announce the schedule? No, but the whole thing's basically been leaked at this point. Tyler's got a color-coded spreadsheet.
Yeah, if you want to find the schedule, Crypto Grady, I linked it earlier in the live chat. If you scroll up, there's a big link. It says google.com spreadsheets. And it's not even like it's somebody else's spreadsheet. It's literally linked on their Twitter browser.
If you wait literally 18 minutes, you'll be able to Google it.
Exactly. But like I said before, the spreadsheet I linked is nice because you can see it all in one place. You don't have to toggle between teams. But okay, we are on the clock here.
Okay.
Thinking running back, I like Sharp.
Love Sharp. Love Dowdle. Love Wright. Love Lloyd. I mean, I love.
I really like Lloyd, dude.
Do we already have a Green Bay player? No.
Oh,
yeah, we didn't. Seattle plays Chicago, week 17. We have more. Go Sharp.
Green Bay plays Minnesota. We don't have any Minnesota. Miami plays. I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head now. Miami
could dip back into the Niners with Pearsall because we have McCaffrey, but if you don't want to do that, I understand.
Yeah, we could. I just really like Lloyd. I want more of Lloyd.
Let's go Lloyd, dude. Yeah, absolutely, man. LaFleur already came out and he said, I want to do a running back by committee.
Yeah, and it's like Lloyd's just going to play, I think, just the Aaron Jones role. Not in terms of, like, I think Aaron Jones is a better receiver where, like, Aaron Jones, like, had the capability of, running, like, actual legit routes, maybe some corner routes out of the slot, maybe some, like, running back wheel routes type of stuff. I don't know if Marshawn Lloyd's that kind of receiving threat, but I think Lloyd has the potential to just be, like, be the big, like, the outside zone runner or, like, just, like, explosive plays where, like, Josh Jacobs doesn't say he's not explosive, but, like, Josh Jacobs is, like, more of, like, the AJ Dillon role, but, like, better than
he's
AJ
good. Yeah, Josh Jacobs is the way better AJ Dillon, and Marshawn Lloyd, I don't know how I'm going to compare him, in NFL terms right now, but I would say he's the slightly worse Aaron Jones. Maybe you could say way worse because Aaron Jones is really freaking good, but he is older now. But yeah, that's how I see it. Jacobs is that goal line guy, but Lloyd, I mean, I think, didn't he average like 15 yards a catch or something at USC or something crazy?
Probably
USC, right?
Yeah.
He had a crazy yards per catch. Like he gets going when they get him the ball on a little screen pass.
A player I want to talk about real quick. I was, kind of just thinking. I felt about this way for a couple, like maybe like a week or a couple days now, but I haven't really got to talk about it on stream.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one that thinks the Ben Sinnott value is gotten out of control?
Absolutely.
It's like, dude, like I think it's because Laporta was so good last year, and he's kind of like a Laporta clone, like kind of that same player a little bit. Where it's like, oh man, I don't even know. Like, it's like why? Like Sinnott, he's still on the board right here, but like Musgrave, like Hunter Henry, like we talked, like Ada Otten, Jawan, like it just feels like he should be going not in the freaking 13th round.
Yeah. He strikes me more as Trey McBride, and he'll be good next year because it's literally the same situations. Cliff Kingsbury's the coach, and Zach Ertz is the starting tight end. So it's literally the same exact situation.
People want to write off Zach Ertz. I think Zach Ertz has a lot better season than he's being drafted. You can get him for free in the 18th round.
See, okay, I'm gonna push on back on that. I don't think he has a good season at all. That dude averaged like 6 yards a catch last
I
year.
think he has
I think
he was
is
coming off the
always
torn ACL from the year before. Granted, he is old as shit, but
Yeah.
I think he is better than the 18th round value he's currently being drafted at. Because if you're out on Sinnott, you have to be in on Ertz.
Yeah, Sinnett's also a fullback technically.
Yeah.
That's another thing. And I think they want to set Jaden Daniels up for success, and I think they want a more veteran guy out there, honestly. Like, I don't know if they really get Sanat, whatever his name is, like really going as a full-on weapon, like in during this season, right? Like tight ends, the rookie tight end thing was very true until last year. Like, we finally got a good rookie tight end. Was there another one I'm missing? Like, obviously Kyle Pitts, but that wasn't like a surprise.
It was Laporta and Kincaid last year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what was the one before that wasn't Pitts.
Oh, maybe like Ingram. Ingram had a really good rookie season.
Well, that was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, between Pitts and now, I'm trying to think. I can't, because Trey McBride was bad.
Right. So it's like 90% of the time we've been right on this, and to just go back because of recency bias is probably not the smartest move. Granted, I've taken Sanat. When I have a Jaden Daniels team, he's one of the first things that pops into my mind is getting him. But this price is getting like, when I'm starting to take, I'm passing on a pure, like awesome handcuff upside running back like Kendre Miller, Ray Davis, Algier for him. I'm like, okay, I'll just take Noah Fant, right? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. Also, too, Martavis.
Does Chris Spags really like him that much?
Martavis Bryant just signed with Washington, or is working out with them, one of the two. So, buyer beware.
Whoa.
What are the odds that you draft any shares of Martavis Bryant this year? Just one.
If Vapor does, or if Vapor, you can come on the channel too. But if Hit Him in the Gritty does a draft with me and he wants to draft him, I'll take him.
All right.
Or we're doing another roulette game where you guys get to pick who's on my team. But no, probably never. No, probably none.
All right.
I think we need quarterback. I'm sad Baker went. I was hoping for Baker.
Mm-hmm.
What else we have Carr with Rashid. I don't mind that.
Yep. All right. We could go Geno and Fant if we wanted to as well. We could have
do it, man. Do it. Honestly, that's fine.
All right, let's do it, man. We're good at receiver. We're good at running back. We might as well just do it.
Like I said, man, I think Sam Howell is giving them a run for his money, but let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's $5, whatever. Because if you're right, then that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Rattler sees the field over Carr this season. Some people are saying he might, though. But I don't
maybe
think so.
There could be one of those contract
like if they're
things.
4-10 or something.
There could be a contract thing where Russell Wilson, that kind of happened to him, where like he was probably good enough to keep playing, but the contract kind of effed him.
Right.
So maybe there's let's pull up Derek Carr's contract. I like being informed on the
Sam Howell will never beat out Geno Smith. All right, Alex. I mean, I don't know how you can say that with 100% certainty.
There we go.
What did they trade for? What did they trade for Sam Howell? Someone talk me off this ledge here because I have 0 Geno Smith so far.
It's like a third or a fourth. Or let's
look at third, fourth round. That's not nothing. Justin Fields didn't even warrant that.
Let's see. Seattle received Howell and a 4th round pick and a 6th rounder in exchange for picks for a 3rd rounder and a 5th.
So they got a 3rd and a 5th for a 4th and a 6th.
Yeah, they got a 4. Seattle received Howell, a 4th and a 6th for a 3rd and a 5th.
Right. So the Commanders moved up 1 round, 2 different picks. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Interesting. Let's see. Derek Carr's contract. So they can get out. Oh my, they can't get out.
Spencer will definitely be a Saints starter this year. No,
I just don't know about that. I think, like I said, we've talked about the new OC hire with Clint Kubiak. They can't get out of his contract until 2026. If they cut him, why is Spotrac?
Dude, Derek Carr, like, go listen to a guy like Devontae. Devontae Adams literally came to the Raiders so he could play with Derek Carr. Like, Derek Carr is a good, like, I'm not gonna say good, but he's a like maybe slightly above average veteran quarterback in the NFL who can actually give the Saints a chance in that division, in a division that's not very tough too. If they were in a division with, you know, the Bengals, the Ravens, something like that, like I'd be like, okay, I can see them going to Rattler at the end of the year. But this team literally has a chance to somewhat make the playoffs at least, you know. I could see the Bucks regressing a little bit and the Saints sneaking in there. Or, you know, obviously you're rooting for the Falcons, but Carr has shoulder issues now. Carr had every issue in the book last year. I hope he can resolve them after an entire offseason.
Yeah, they can actually get out of Carr's contract. The Saints can after this season. This year they obviously can't do it, but after next season they only eat $10 million in dead cap, I believe.
Okay,
because it's dead cap's 50 mil. But oh wait, no. Yeah, I think they only eat 10 million. Spotrac kind of changed their thing here.
How many wide receivers do we have?
We have six.
Okay.
But six.
I totally forgot we got Gino. I was gonna bring up a Galaxy Brain play here.
Also,
say, let's go Drake May and Demario Douglas together.
Schefter tweeted out during this show, T. Higgins is pissed off amid the contract and trade requests. So I don't know. I mean, that means anything, but
God damn it, T. Higgins. I got a lot of T. Higgins, man. He's one of my dynasty like corner pieces too.
I like T. Higgins too.
I don't blame him, man. I mean, also, God, you got to stay healthy, bro. You'd be getting contracts from other teams if you could finish a season out. I feel like he has not been able to do that. But also, this year was so stacked at the rookie wide receiver position that teams didn't feel like they needed to go out and get a T. Higgins. Teams went out this year and they signed Derrick Henry, they signed Saquon, they signed yada yada. I mean, how many running backs? Singletary, Zach Moss, every running back under the sun got a contract this offseason because of how bad the rookie class was.
Yeah. Godzilla says they'll make more off Spencer Rattler jerseys than Carr's contract.
Okay. Maybe I should be a little bit more pragmatic and not take as much Carr, but I've been taking so much NFC South like stacks, whether it's Baker and whoever or Derek Carr and Olave. I've just been all over it. That division's so wide open. The defenses are trash. They play in domes.
Or warm weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. If Rattler was like a second round pick, I might be more worried. They took that
fifth round pick.
Fifth round pick. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no. Okay, here. Let's take a look. We're good at tight end. I think I have like, dude, I gotta have like 6 Andrews fan teams in the past like week. I feel like
that was the combo I had every draft last season, and
oh my god,
I wish it worked. Okay. Well, let's take a look at running back. Are we good?
We're good at running back, dude. We have
all right, we're receiver boys to finish this out. 3 wide receivers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Unless you want to go a third quarterback.
Which we just do. Just get Hal. Just
no,
probably the quarterbacks left. I mean, there's a ton of guys left. We could
Fields
go.
Is interesting. Low key.
Go Gardner. Yeah. Fields.
Fields is the only one that offers me any upside. If I'm gonna take a third quarterback, it's him. If you want to do that, I'm down.
Let's do it, man. I don't draft nearly enough Fields. I feel like he could be a guy that could totally beat you. You know, just starting like there's a scenario where Fields is like the second half like starter of the whole season.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
So, okay, let's go Fields for sure. Who else do we like in this range? We have Seattle, Houston.
How about scroll down a little bit on these wide receivers? I don't
even know. It's tough in this range.
Yeah, it does. Let's see. We need some upside, probably. I'm cool with, honestly, maybe Chark. I mean,
I kind of like Chark, dude. I think Chark's
right?
good.
Like,
I think Chark's still good. He was a week 17 boom guy last year.
Totally, dude. Chark's also young.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Sorry, didn't mean to trash your guy. I was just talking ball. No, you're the man. You're fine, man. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
Don't apologize.
I'm trying to get the offenses and the divisions right. Like everything else, like me not taking Gino, me taking Carr, like all that little player take stuff will be fine tuned. I mean, guys, we're May 15th here. We still have June, July, August, and the beginning of September. So we got a lot of time to dial this in. I'm sure reports will come out on how teams are feeling. There's going to be a lot of information changing. But yeah, back to Chark, dude. He can beat out Quentin Johnson. That's his main competition.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he totally can. And also, like you said, he's a boom week guy. And just he's 27 years old. It's actually seems like a no-brainer. The way I viewed TJ Chark originally, I was like, this guy's got to be turning 30 or something this year, but no, he's young.
Yeah, Hit Him With the Gritty said like 20 minutes ago, I forgot to respond to it. Was you on board with Quentin Johnson, yet, Tyler? And it's like, I'll take some shares of him. Like, there's a scenario where he just, bad rookie season could turn it around. It's a lower probability than I think, you would like to admit, but I think it is possible. And like, there's so much opportunity in the Chargers room. Like, I don't even think it's like the way that you mentioned it earlier, like the way McConkey's being drafted right now, like, dude, like I would not be so sure just because he's a first round or technically a second round pick that he's just going to be the guy in that offense. Like, yeah, you maybe hope to be like McConkey has like zero production profile. You look at his production profile, it's not what you may think it is. And Georgia doesn't throw the ball a lot. Like, they're a very run based team, but like Carson Beck is probably the best quarterback they've had in a little while. I mean, at least he's going to be drafted high. This probably next season. Like, he's one of those guys who's a projected first round pick. But if we look at how come I can't see his stats? Here we go. Yeah, Ladd McConkey, his best season was in 2022 with 762 yards, 58 catches, 7 receiving touchdowns. Last year he had 30 catches for 478 yards. Like, he doesn't have a crazy production profile whatsoever. So like, I wouldn't be 100% sure that, and I haven't been drafting a ton of McConkey. I don't know if he's like, I would much rather take my shots on QJ, Chark, Josh Palmer, like guys like that, because I just have no clue who the Chargers receiver is going to be, but it's going to be somebody.
Right. Well, yeah, dude, that whole offense is such a trip to me because it's like, all right, I don't like the wide receivers that much. Let's get the running back. Oh, it's 30-year-old Gus Edwards, torn Achilles Dobbins, and 6th round pick Vidal. It's like, okay, well, who the heck is like, all right, Justin Herbert's amazing. Who the hell is getting the ball? Like,
yeah,
I need answers. I need to see training camp videos. I need to see who's running with the first team. Like, I don't know. It's such an ambiguous situation, honestly, that, yeah. With the draft capital, though, we could expect McConkey to at least be on the field. He's going to get an opportunity to win the number one role, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like you said, not a great production profile. We're basically just we're plugging an athletic guy into the Chargers and just hoping it all works out, basically.
Yep. I don't know. And like, what's his receiving touchdown upside? Because in a contest like that, like Chris Godwin is a really good player, but he hasn't been great for best ball because he like caught like 2 touchdown passes last year, and he probably caught like 3 the year before that. Like, he just doesn't catch touchdowns. And like McConkey, I don't know if he's just going to be like a touchdown like guy like in the slot. It's hard. I just feel like it's kind of harder to catch touchdowns out of the slot sometimes, and it's being like an outside guy. Like Josh Palmer could be a guy that has, I think, 6 to 7 touchdowns. Chark could be a guy who, maybe catches 3 deep ones and falls in the end zone a couple more times. McConkey could be that guy too. He's really fast. He tested really well at the combine, but I just don't know what the touchdown.
He profiles more of a slot for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
But, I think I've heard Pat Kerrane say this, that he kind of anticipates the Chargers to essentially run the ball through the air through McConkey, and that's why he's really high on him. Like, little dink and dunk passes, 3-4 yards to McConkey, like pretty consistently, whatever, like see what he can do after the catch. That makes sense to me, but there will be, like, I just don't know if that's the what you really want in a best ball contest. Like, if McConkey's, scoring 12 points every now and then, like a Demario Douglas, like with your 6th round pick, I don't know if that's it. But on the clock here, I'm sad that Rondale Moore didn't get invited to the barbecue, wherever they went.
Yeah. Do
you want him? I mean, but he didn't get invited.
Oh, to the trip.
Yeah, Malik Washington, Darius Slayton is cool. A.T. Perry is going to be on the field at least a little bit.
Malik Washington.
Sure.
Good stats.
That's cool with me.
Talk about a guy who produced Malik Washington.
Well, I like Malik Washington because I think he's going to be free all year. You can take Malik Washington in every 18th round, basically. It's also going to be cool because he's not going to get drafted like like a guy in the 15th, like Ben Sinnott is 100% drafted every single time. Malik Washington might only be drafted like 33% of the time or something in these contests. So
Who was
and
who was my thumbnail today? Do you remember? I always write down the thumbnail so I can look back. And
no, I did not. I didn't get the thumbnail memo.
Who was the?
I can look.
I can look real quick. It was, oh, damn it, Brandon Rice to another Charger guy who could just be, it's Calvin Ridley. There it is. All right.
Okay, yeah, would not have guessed that.
All right.
Plane had height restrictions, so Rondale couldn't go. Oh man, since he is awful to try and stack week 16, 17. Who's since he played week 16?
Week 16, since he plays. Let me refresh this because they be putting more in the. It's technically 7 p.m. So, the schedule should be out.
Oh, is it live?
Since he plays Cleveland at home versus Cleveland, at home versus Denver, week 16 and week 17.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing it on Google here, but
all the NFC week 16 and week 17s are in the spreadsheet right now. The AFC is kind of trickling in still, but all the NFC teams are out there and leaked. So there we go.
All right, Ross wondering what this team was. Let's break it down for him.
Oh yeah, let's do it. So here we go. So we got Stroud stacked with Diggs, and then we got Geno stacked with Sharp and Noah Fant, and then just naked Justin Fields. But we also have McCaffrey, David Montgomery, Trey Benson, Sharp, Lloyd, and then our receiver core is Diggs, DJ Moore, Chris Godwin, Rashee Rice. Who, I mean,
at pick 97,
9th round, Rashee Rice.
Yeah, not just Rashee Rice, like free Rashee Rice.
Yeah, and then
no pun intended.
Shaheed and Myers, who stacked up nicely on the turn, and then Shark, Malik, and then we have Andrews and Noah Fant, the $50,000 winning team drafted right before.
I like it. Let's do the correlation real quick. We got Baltimore against Houston, week 17. We also have Baltimore versus Kansas City when Rashee Rice is back, week 16. We have Bears playing Seattle, who we have the stack with, and DJ Moore will pop off against them. We have San Francisco, Detroit being a running game because it's going to be pouring rain in California in the middle of December. It does happen.
We have Pittsburgh, KC, Justin Fields, and Rashee Rice.
Oh, let's go. I like that. Okay, I was trying to figure that out. And then we don't have any Green Bay, Minnesota. We have Lloyd, who we just like. We have no Cardinals versus Rams, unfortunately. But no, as far as the concept of the team, it's good. Our wide receivers are, the starting three with Diggs, DJ Moore, Godwin is a little weak, but if Jacoby Myers is kind of, just like stable for us. And then we know Sheed's going to put up 25 points at least like 3 times this season. So if he's maybe spiking in the beginning of the season for whatever reason, that'd be cool to help us out. We're just trying to advance Rashee Rice to the best ball playoffs. So that's the main goal. I also remember how we talked about we didn't like CJ Stroud like at his current price. And so you're just trying to advance him to there. That is where Justin Fields can come into play. I mean, we're only at May 15th right now. For all we know, Justin Fields is the starting quarterback for Pittsburgh. I wouldn't say that job is definitively given to Russell Wilson just because they signed him like a week before getting Justin Fields. I don't think they anticipated being able to afford Justin Fields, and they got him for free. So, but yeah, no, fun team.
Again, I'm going to link if you guys want to see the schedule spreadsheet, it gets updated. I just linked it in the chat again. So if you want to go look at it, you can do that there. I'll probably put it in the description too for the YouTube viewers who are watching after the fact. The doc schedule that I'm using to draft off of will be in the description. I just like I like this one because you can look at every single team's schedule on the same screen. You don't have to toggle between teams, scroll down to see. You can literally just look at the spreadsheet, and it makes drafting a lot easier. I used this last year. We'll see how. We'll put the over under on 4 days before I can memorize all the week 16 to week 17 matchups. We'll see if I can do that.
Tyler, what you got to do?
What?
You got to start putting your face on the thumbnail, man.
Yeah, you think so?
That's all it is. It's just because I'm willing to put my derpy face all over the thumbnail, dude. I almost take a new selfie like every day going right here in this background. Like that, all stupid.
Maybe I should start doing that. I was thinking about I was thinking about doing it. I used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And then I just changed the thing. But yeah, maybe we'll start doing that more.
Got it.
All right.
No, but everyone go drop a like on this stream. We got to boost the algo. After the video's over, drop a comment, just some fire emoji, whatever. Talk shit. Actually, tell Tyler, No, we don't want to see your face. We don't never want to see your face on the thumbnail. At least just leave that comment below because it'll at least help the algo.
There we go. There we go. Do that. Tell me, can we get some uglies in the comments?
Yeah.
Drop a ugly.
Hashtag ugly boy, and we'll Venmo you.
Yeah. Hashtag Bindles was huge at 13.
Cheeseburger Lord.
No, it was cheese. What was it? Cheeseburger?
Carnivore cheese or whatever.
Carnivore with cheese. That's what it
Yeah.
was. It's nickname was Carnivore with cheese. All right. Talk about the Six Below Show. Did you follow that Instagram account? Oh my God. All right. We will be back tomorrow. Again, we're streaming with the Dog Pound tomorrow. Who's actually streaming with Bindles tonight. They might be live right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're going live in like 10 minutes, I believe. So
exactly. So
go check that
watch
out.
Yeah, go watch that with Bindles and Dog Pound, and the Fancy Dog Pound will be on with me tomorrow. I don't have an exact time, but we'll figure that out. Thumbnail 13 cheeseburger draft.
Oh man, I'll throw out a 13 cheeseburger challenge if I get to like 1,000 subs.
Yeah. Also, two Best Ball guys going live tonight at 9:30 Central, 7:30 Pacific. I have that right?
Yep. We'll be live. We're going to be in the Bestball Mania streets with my my buddy NP43. We'll be doing Bestball Mania now that the schedule is released. Also, in bigger news, tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Okay, granted, where's the Pomeranian? Where's the Pomeranian underdog? I'm trying to put out content here. Okay, so we're hoping the Pomeranian gets dropped. Can everyone go fill the freaking Chihuahua? Because apparently the Pom doesn't drop until the Chihuahua fills. So everyone go finish your Chihuahua drafts so we can get that out of the way. My plan is to wake up at 7 a.m. tomorrow and spam the Pomeranian. Granted, if we have to pivot, we have to pivot. It is what it is. I will try again, but I really want to do it tomorrow because I have cleared the entire morning and into the afternoon to make sure I max enter that thing. So check that out if you want on my channel.
There we go. Go check that out tomorrow. Go watch him tonight, and you can catch me back here tomorrow night with Fantasy Dog Pound, and then we have Lucas Wenzel on Friday night. So it's two different new faces on the stream. So I'm super pumped to just kind of get out of this little what do you call a comfortable circle we've been drafting in with just Best Ball Guy and Bindles being on every single stream. But I asked him to come on every single time, so I really appreciate it.
I'll come whenever I'm invited.
Pause. All right, then we'll be out of here. We're out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, and everyone have a great rest of your night.